Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. It's no secret that Nintendo has a knack for surprising us, and today we're diving into the future with a countdown of upcoming Switch 2 games for 2025. I'm excited to share some titles that not only have fans buzzing, but also promise to take our gaming experience to the next level. So hit that like button, and let's get right into it. Coming at number 30, let's talk about Mario Kart World. After catching sight of some footage back on January 16th, Mario Kart 9, also known as Mario World, has at last been unveiled and will hit the market later this year. Revealed during the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct showcase, this upcoming Switch 2 game features 24 spots instead of the usual 12 racers and brings a bunch of thrilling new courses. So far, we've caught glimpses of fresh tracks like Yoshi's Gas Station and a world inspired by Australia. It looks like a blast, and we're itching to see Mario's mustache flapping in the breeze as he speeds past his rivals once more. Next at number 29, we've got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will have Switch 2 editions ready when the console hits shelves on June 5th. This gives you a chance to explore Hyrule on better hardware. These games rank among the best ever created, so you might want to buy them again if you can afford it.
Upgrade your adventures in Hyrule on Nintendo Switch 2.
Following that at number 28, let's not overlook the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Nintendo describes the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour as an interactive exhibit. This game guides you through the console's features and controls similar to exploring a museum exhibit. As you discover how the Switch 2 operates, you'll tackle quizzes and play minigames, while also uncovering hidden facts. It appears to be an engaging way to experience a tech demo. However, keep in mind that this doesn't come bundled with the Switch 2. You'll need to buy it. Moving on, number 27, we have Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 stands out as one of the thrilling games set to debut with the Switch 2. And believe us, you'll want to give this one a shot. It's not just among the top RPGs ever created, but it's also shown it works well on portable devices, having been Steam Deck certified for a while now. So, if sci-fi is your thing, and you're eager to see Keanu Reeves on your brand new Nintendo system, make sure to grab this game. Now at number 26, let's dive into the magical realm with Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy will launch with the Switch, letting players dive into the magical world of Harry Potter. If you haven't tried this hit game yet, now's your chance to see what all the fuss is about. Master spells, go to classes, befriend magical creatures, and rescue Hogwarts from danger before time runs out. Next is 25, Split Fiction. Split Fiction ranks among the top co-op games ever created and has already earned its spot on our list of the best games of 2025 to date. The news of its release on the Switch 2 is exciting. Players take on the roles of Zoe and Mio, two writers who must explore each other's narratives to protect their work from a money-hungry corporation. Split Fiction stands out as a gem and makes a welcome addition to this list. Coming in at number 24, we have Street Fighter 6. One of our top picks for fighting games in recent times is coming to a portable console offering local wireless multiplayer. This Nintendo Switch 2 version also brings new modes you can't find elsewhere. You'll have two options when buying: a Standard Edition or a Years One, two Fighters Edition that includes 26 characters from the game's DLC packs. The game will work with amiibo figures and cards. We've seen statues for Luke, Jamie, and Kimberly, plus cards for other fighters in the lineup.
Time to erase.
Hope you're part of a fight. Cry for mercy.
I am the bride of the...
Next up, at number 23, is the Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition. Agent 47 has snuck into Nintendo headquarters to get onto the new hardware, so you can now carry out the most cunning assassinations in the business while on the move. This version has all the content from the 3 recent Hitman games, starting from 2016, and it comes out at the same time as the Nintendo Switch 2. Of course, as the Hitman world of assassination keeps putting out new content, it'll be part of this version too. At number 22, Hollow Knight Silksong. After a long silence from Team Cherry, Hollow Knight Silksong showed up in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct as part of a highlight reel with several other games. The reel didn't provide any new details, and the game's release is still set for this year. You take on the role of Hornet, cutting your way through a fresh kingdom, with quicker, more fluid combat, eye-catching graphics, and eerie music. Boss battles pose a bigger challenge, the world offers more depth, and the game runs without a hitch on Switch 2. Number 21 brings us Survival Kids. When 4 kids start exploring after finding a map, they end up stuck on an island and must survive as a group. The game involves crafting, fishing, and cooking as 4 players try to stay alive together. It also includes puzzles and climbing as you check out the surroundings, upgrading abilities to go further and leave the islands. This shows how much Nintendo is pushing for multiplayer features at launch. The game will come out on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. At number 20, we have a special treat coming your way: the Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. One of the top Yakuza games is now available on handheld, following up on last year's Yakuza Kiwami port for Nintendo Switch. What makes this version a director's cut remains unclear, but the folks at Ryuga Gotoku told us to keep an eye out for more news about Yakuza, and like a dragon down the road, this game will hit the shelves at the same time as Nintendo Switch 2.
Switch between combat styles as you take on the world.
At 19, we have Civilization 7 Switch 2 Edition. Civilization 7 is coming to the Switch 2 when the console hits stores on June 5th. People who already own the original Switch can breathe easy. Firaxis says they'll be able to upgrade. However, we don't know how much this will cost yet. Our review of Civilization 7 found a lot to like, so it's good news that the handheld is offering something solid for strategy lovers. At 18, prepare for the enchanting world of Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. Get ready for a fresh take on Rune Factory. Guardians of Azuma brings you a brand new adventure set in the eastern land of Azuma, a place you've never seen before. Use your Earth Dancer abilities to fight the spreading corruption and restore hope to this once thriving region. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition hits the new console on its launch day. This version comes out just 6 days after the game's May 30th release on the original Switch and PC.
Got him where it hurt. I'm too good.
Grabbing the number 17 spot is the highly anticipated Donkey Kong Bonanza. One of the coolest new Switch 2 games has to be the upcoming 3D action platformer Donkey Kong Bonanza. From what we've seen so far, this game will be like DK's own Super Mario Odyssey, with players smashing their way through environments as they jump, leap, and figure out various puzzles. The game hit stores after the Switch 2 releases, so we won't have to wait too long for this one. Kicking off our list at number 16, we have Shadow Labyrinth. Bandai Namco has revealed that they will offer a free Switch 2 upgrade for their upcoming odd Pac-Man-inspired game. At first, they announced the title for Switch, PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X, so the confirmation of the Switch 2 version comes as a nice surprise. This 2D action platformer puts you in the shoes of a warrior named Number 8 who teams up with a yellow round orb called Puck. You'll explore a sci-fi world together, uncover hidden secrets, and eat all your enemies. It seems Kirby will face some hungry competition on Nintendo's new system.
Embrace your true purpose. Become the apex predator.
At number 15, we have 2 titles making their glorious return: Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed World. As a huge Kirby fan, I'm thrilled to see Kirby and the Forgotten Land getting a fancy new Switch 2 edition. What's more, we'll also get to play the new expansion Star-Crossed World on the console. Forgotten Land stands out as one of the best Kirby games ever created. So if you're just starting with the Pink Blobs series, you've got to try it out. Next up, at number 14, we're looking at Demon X Machina Titanic Scion. Let's talk about the first game. It was a blast when it hit the Nintendo Switch as an exclusive. It showed up on PC later, but here's the thing. The Switch just couldn't keep pace with all that high-energy mech action. It's awesome to see the game get a follow-up on beefier hardware, which should bring even more epic battles. The visuals also look a lot sharper than the original. Mark your calendars. It's set to drop on September 5th, 2025.
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
All children, bring hope to our lives.
Coming in at number 13, hold on to your helmets, folks, because it's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond has been under development since 2017. Now, it's on track to launch in 2025 for the Switch 2. This means Metroid Prime 4 will join the list of Switch games with a Switch 2 version, allowing you to play it on the new system. While we don't have a specific release date for Samus's big comeback, knowing the next chapter in this iconic series will come to the Switch 2 gives fans something to look forward to. Plus, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond shows promise as one of the best Metroid games in recent years, so you might want to add it to your wishlist. Now, at number 12, prepare for a thrilling ride with Kirby Air Riders. The beloved pink mascot is making a comeback, swooping onto the Switch 2 with a follow-up to the 2003 racing game, Kirby Air Ride. Kirby Air Riders lets you race against your buddies as one of Nintendo's cutest characters. Kirby's original creator, Masahiro Sakurai, is at the helm for this one, making it a must-play for all Nintendo enthusiasts. Next up, at number 11, is Drag X Drive. Drag X Drive is a new game coming to Switch 2 that makes the most of the console's updated Joy-Con features. This sports title has you use the controllers like a computer mouse, sliding them on a flat surface to move your wheelchair around the court. Race across the map to snatch the ball from your opponents, then toss your controller in the air to try and score in their basketball hoop. It's a ball game that taps into all the Joy-Con can do. We're gearing up for Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws is Ubisoft and Massive Entertainment's first outing with Star Wars, and the result is a surprisingly enjoyable open-world game that can be compared to Red Dead Redemption. The player can be as ruthless or merciful as they choose, managing their reputation with various criminal clans. This can lead to replay value, as the right choices during jobs can lead to different outcomes. The game originally launched for consoles and PC August 30th, but Ubisoft has confirmed a Switch 2 port will be available this year.
And pull off the greatest heist the Outer Rim has ever seen.
Kicking off our list at number 9 is Witchbrook. Fans have awaited this cozy game since 2018, and their patience is about to pay off. The Nintendo Switch 2 Direct announced that Witchbrook will launch on both the Switch 2 and its predecessor. This upcoming Switch 2 title puts you in the shoes of Mossport's newest magical resident. In this seaside city, you'll learn magic, start your own venture, and befriend many locals. While an exact launch date remains unconfirmed, we can look forward to its release in winter 2025. Moving on to number 8, we have Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Elden Ring is coming to the Switch too, so get excited all you Souls fans. This news stands out as one of the big surprises from the recent Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and we're pretty happy to hear that Nintendo's lineup will include it. We don't have a launch date yet, but we know it's set to drop sometime this year.
May you take the throne.
At number 7, we have the much anticipated Borderlands 4. Gearbox Software continues to work on Borderlands 4, with plans to release it in 2025. The game will hit the Nintendo Switch 2 along with other gaming platforms. This new entry in the franchise looks as polished and over-the-top as its predecessors. Randy Pitchford describes it as the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Given how crucial multiplayer is to the Borderlands series, this title could shine by taking full advantage of the new game chat features. At number 6, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom still has more to offer. Similar to how The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild got Age of Calamity to explore its background, we're now getting a prequel to Tears that goes even deeper into the past. This new game expands on Zelda's time-traveling adventure, which happens off-screen during Link's quest. In this prequel, Zelda must help the Zonai fight off Ganon's armies, all while pulling off some impressive combat moves. The game is set to launch this winter, with Koei Tecmo handling its development just like they did for Age of Calamity. At number 5, we're talking about the highly awaited Hades 2. Hades 2 is still in Steam Early Access, but Supergiant Games has announced that their ancient Greek roguelike will come to the Nintendo Switch 2 this year. We don't know the exact launch date yet, but we'll get more details about its release later in 2025. It's unclear if the game will exit Early Access by then. Coming in at number 4 is the breathtaking Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. The enhanced version of the first game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. This version will include the DLC featuring Yuffie as the main character. We're also told to keep an eye out for more updates on the Final Fantasy VII Remake project for Switch 2. This hint suggests that news about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth might be on its way soon too. As we reach number 3, we're met with the Duskbloods. The Duskbloods stands out as the cool upcoming release we're all hyped about from Software. It isn't the next Bloodborne, but it gives off those vibes with its dark, spooky look and a Victorian backdrop that's all kinds of gloomy. This game throws you into both player versus player and player versus environment situations, with online multiplayer being the star of the show. Plus, you'll find it available for the Switch too.
And one alone.
And at number 2, let's talk about Enter the Gungeon 2. This follow-up to Dodge Roll's impressive roguelike introduces a new 3D visual style that has an impact on the chaotic physics to highlight the hectic energy that we loved in the first game. For instance, bullets zip through the air. Dave Crooks, the creative director, mentions that fan-favorite elements will return, but points out that the game is still in the works with more updates on the horizon. Finally, taking the top spot at number 1 is Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. We last heard about Professor Layton and the New World of Steam in 2023 during a Nintendo Direct. A short video of the upcoming game confirms its development, and it seems likely to appear on the Switch too. Details about the title are scarce, but we know it will offer a new story packed with puzzles in the fresh setting of Steam Bison, a place where advanced Steam engines thrive. Keep an eye out for more news.
亡霊の岩盤などいるはずがない。何か仕掛けがあるはずだよ。そもそもなぜ亡霊なんだ？
for joining me on this thrilling trip into the world of upcoming Switch 2 games. Which title are you most excited for? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any updates. Until next time, see you in the next adventure. Game on!